Garden started, this is our 5th season. So 5 summers ago we launched the garden, and it was as a result of a think tank that the Community Action Network held. We had a young man who suggested that maybe we should have a community garden that really involved different groups of people, different generations, different backgrounds, people from different neighborhoods. And so we developed the garden as a result of that. So it's been extremely successful. We've had 5 years of good operation where we've had probably a base of 50 or so volunteers taking part. Right. Well, we have a partnership with the Best Start Hub at St. Francis School, the West End Best Start Hub. That's the core of our volunteer base. There's probably 17 families that help us to plant, help us to water, and they also use the food quite a bit. And there's quite a few people in the neighborhood that just sort of stop by, and I think they keep a close eye on certain things like the eggplant and the broccoli, so when it becomes ripe it disappears really quickly. We have carrots and zucchini and beans. Well, this year we are doing some different things, and people have noticed that some of the beds look very different. We've always followed an organic approach to gardening, trying to really use compost and not use any sort of chemical fertilizers or anything. So this year we're leaving some beds fallow so they have a chance to rest, and we've planted green crops to enhance the soil. The whole idea behind the garden is to really enhance people's experience, to make them curious about gardening, to make it a learning experience as much as a growing food experience. We're in construction of a shed. We call it the Learning Garden Shed, and it's meant to be a bit of a home base for volunteer programs and for some of the groups that are here. So that's a project that's underway. We've talked about doing a pumpkin patch, and we've talked about growing, we have some apple trees and pear trees planted, and we've talked about expanding that whole aspect of an orchard as well. Well, I think the most rewarding thing has been the coming together of a whole bunch of different people, people that are somewhat disadvantaged economically, but also businesses that have bought in totally to help us fund the garden in terms of its improvements and its operation.